Alright, so we're going to be doing my Ascension 1 through 50 strategy today. This is one of the maps that I just for some reason never got around to doing. This is one of the easier 1 through 50s, but I still want to do it nonetheless because it's one of my favorite maps ever, and I kind of wanted to crush most of these maps out that were possible. I'm still holding out on maps like Varecton 5. So every map, including this one, you want to start it out by using your knife on round 1, and then you can use your pistol ammo on round 2. Helps you build up around 2,500 to 3,000 points, depending on your drop luck and depending on how many bullets you actually hit. You can see you end up just missing some, and some zombies end up just getting less bullets into them by proxy of being behind. But luckily, I don't think I got a double point. Maybe in the first game I did, of course. This is 2 mixed games because I kept choking. I wasn't using Quick Revive until 40, and I kept downing because I'm a goofball. So grab the MP5K after you open the first door. And this is going to be your point gun. This is how you get to the box. This is how you open all the doors. You use this thing. It's just the most convenient spot. Doesn't have much ammo, but it gets you points. You see there, I'm choking my shots, because why wouldn't I? Always go for the heads. That's just what I've always done, and it seems to work. Gets me a lot of points on this map. So if you get an insta-kill, go around a knife, and you get, like, I think it's 130, 140 points a kill, something like that. So it's a very good way of getting your cash that you need to open up these first few doors, because really all you need to go do is hit power and start hitting the landers. The box can come later. You just need those points for the first few doors. See, and then at 7K, I decided, alright, I'll do it. I'll go open the door, open this one, hit that power switch. And then, wow, there's some color on the map. Look at that. Come up to grab some jug. I always wait till the round is switching so I don't get monkeys on that round, because I try to avoid them as much as possible. We'll show you how to deal with monkeys in a bit. Grab the first lander over by PhD. 250 points per lander, so if you don't have 250 points, you're screwed. Gersh devices, super integral. You need Gersh devices. For when you run out of Thundergun ammo later, they become a way of getting drops, and the only way of getting drops. Ride the lander, brings you back to spawn, and you're going to have to repeat this twice in 2 other locations. So you're going to come up here to the Speed Cola area. You can access it by going through power, opening a few doors, and then you've got yourself another lander to ride, right there. Take it up, going to bring you back to spawn, same thing. And then I think I had to build up some more points because 1,400 is not enough to get to the next area. So yeah, we had a monkey round. And you can see they're easy mode here on the first one. But even then, I just hate when the monkeys show up. They're so annoying. One of them always seems to somehow get past me and steal my perks. But even then, just beware with caution because they're bastards. So you can see I'm still building up some points to get the last few doors open. MP5 really does the trick. And I got up to 12,000 there, run through, and there's 2 doors, of course, because there always is to get to the landers, except for the one PhD. And, yeah, this is, I would be repeating myself again if I said ride it, go to spawn, but that's literally all you have to do. There's not anything to it. And then once you're done with this lander, you want to sprint back up to the power switch that you activated and activate the launch sequence. I believe I did that right after, but maybe not. Knowing me, I probably... There we go. Launch sequence. And now you have the access to the Pack-a-Punch. So that's nice, I guess, but now you just have to grind the box for the weapons that you need, which in this case, it's the Thunder Gun and the Ray Gun. Because I've already got the Gersh devices, but if you don't have them yet, keep hitting the box for Gersh devices. And try not to mix them up with Matryoshka dolls. There's the Thunder Gun. PhD I grabbed between round 15 and 20. Usually earlier than that, but I just was being conservative with my points. Got the Ray Gun at round 20. Grabbed Stamina up right after. Those are the 3 main perks that you need in these earlier rounds. I grabbed some Speed Cola in round 23. So you can see I didn't grab Quick Revive because you don't need it in the first few rounds here. So why not utilize other perks that you can actually, use to your advantage, like Stamina Up and PhD. Which in this case are very useful when you're using a ray gun maps like Kino 5, you don't have that ability, so it's always fun to use the ray gun with PhD. There's me throwing down a Gersh device, just showing you that it does work. And usually it gets you drops. In this case it didn't, but this is usually what I show is like around 25, 35, 45, and then 50, something like that. I always like to show or I think it might be a few different rounds than that, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. I like to show my strategy throughout the different rounds. But this has been done a million times. This is one of the most common training spots in Zombies history. So there's not much ground to be broken here, but it's still fun to come back and play this map nonetheless, and also show new players who still are trying to get on these old maps a method or two of how to have fun in an easy way, because this is such an easy strategy. If you don't move in this area, and if you just stay up here with the Thunder Gun, there's pretty much virtually no way you'll die unless you get the Thunder Gun glitch, which I did, and that's how I ended up choking when I was playing the first time. I was around like 46, and it went through the zombies, and yeah, it happens sometimes, so beware of that. When you have one shot left in your Thunder Gun clip, it might come back to haunt you. Usually around round 30 is when you'll have to upgrade the ray gun. You don't have to upgrade the Thunder Gun until you're fully out of ammo, basically. I like to maximize my ammo as best as I can, because you will see later, it'll take like a Thunder Gun per round just to kill the zombies off when you get 70 plus, if you go that far. I wouldn't recommend it unless you've got the stomach for playing a 9-10 hour zombies game, which I just don't anymore. I just simply do not. But you can see I thought the round was over there, and I was ready to go pack a punch, and it was not over. I always like to whip grenades around. It actually does kill the crawlers that you create with the ray gun, so that's helpful. And it just gets you points, and when you're using two guns like this that don't get points, it's nice to get any extra when you can, because you're going to need to hit the box a fuck ton if you're really going for those high rounds. The Thunder Gun does not seem to come back very fast when you're hitting the box and spinning it. It seems like it takes forever when you're playing this map in particular. Kino too, I guess, but holy shit. So I thought the round was over again, and it was not. The way this map looks will never not be stuck in my head. I just love this map. I really do. I think I had it ranked 5th or 4th on my list that I did, my favorite zombies map list of all time. And here we go, me upgrading the ray gun. Because why the fuck not? Oh, and I guess I did. Okay, so this is me skipping ahead to round 39, upgrading the Thunder Gun. And I think I get rid of the ray gun pretty much right after. Oh, no, because it was monkeys. So this was still my first playthrough. 41. Just messing around. And now you can see I've got the Zeus cannon, obviously, after upgrading it. Over 100k points, which to me is like, you need that bare minimum. 100k points. You never know what's going to happen with your Thunder Gun ammo, or sometimes even in monkeys, the max ammo just doesn't show up. It's happened to me a few times. So if that happens, you're stuck with no ammo, and then you got to spin the Thunder Gun, and you're going to need points for that. It's very, very important. At this point, the ray gun pretty much does nothing, because there's no double tap on this map, so the ray gun, it feels like it does way less work. Like, I was watching my old Kino playthrough, and 40 plus, it was still putting work in with double tap. It does the trick. Oh shit. So you can see there, it gets pretty tight, but Thunder Gun does the push of the sentry on them, and they're not getting anywhere near you, if it doesn't glitch, that is. This makes me think of the old Yodi Slayer days, you know? When you got the 151 training in this spot. I don't know if anybody even remembers Yodi Slayer or any of those old videos. Mato Master, all those old guys that used to play these maps. Back when life was just simpler, and now everybody's playing the new CODs and stuff instead of playing these old masterpieces, even if they're repetitive and you feel like you've done it all. I always come back and have a good time and have a smile on my face. This map is definitely one of those. Origins, Mob, Kino. Throw them all into that list where it's just endlessly fun to, let's just hop on somebody of my buddies or something, and then, before you know it, you're having a good time, feeling like you're back in 2011. This was the DLC for me of Black Ops 1 when I was young. And just going back and playing it was like a treat. So now around 44, I go and I grab Quick Revive. You can grab it between 40 and 50, or if you're way more comfortable than I am, you can go 50 plus without it. Then go over here, 40 to 45, grab the MP5 for points again. And now I show this entire monkey round to just kind of convey at 50 what you have to do to protect Quick Revive, because that becomes your main priority. It doesn't matter if they take any other perk, just stay on Quick Revive. You don't want to run too far from it, but if you do, make sure that you're close enough to get back, because they steal it really quick. Compared to other perks, if they're on Quick Revive for 5-10 seconds, it's usually gone. And you only have 3 cracks of the can, so you definitely need those Quick Revives if you want to go for a little bit of a run on this map. I always try and stay in this door area right here, it's door frame, because they can't really get past you, and they'll usually just keep running past you because, again, they want that Quick Revive. But luckily, they didn't touch any perks, so I could have gotten a 5th extra perk. I probably should have just took it because I was only going to 51 anyways, but whatever. So I wanted to show the strategy I use in the high rounds now. You have to implement the trap so you can preserve your Thunder Gun ammo. It becomes kind of just a get you out of jail free card weapon rather than for kills. Unless you want to trade your Thunder Gun in every round, you do whatever you want. But for me, this is always the strategy I use when I played Ascension. Use this particular fire trap, build them up in this area. You see, like, if you get caught, I use my ammo. Jump back through the trap, and then you're going to head towards the other fire trap, which is heading towards Pack-a-Punch. So it's basically you're running this little loop-de-loop, waiting for each trap to recharge. And in the meantime, using your MP5 or AK-74U ammo, because I kind of just interchange them when I'm running past them. That's just the method of getting, your points back, because it's 1,000 points per trap, and you want to keep those points up, like I've been saying this whole freaking time if you've been listening. So you see the trap now activated, and you kind of want to just stand here for a second. I didn't really stand there long enough, but whatever. But you'll see them running towards the trap because they hadn't all spawned in yet. So you got to do it a little more effectively than I was doing it. And then you're heading back over towards the other trap. So that's kind of just the gist of the strategy. I just wanted to show that it does change, because some maps it never changes. You just do the same thing the whole game. This particular map, that is not the case. You have to change things up. But nonetheless, I had fun talking about Ascension. I don't know what I'm going to do next for zombies, but I'm definitely going to do more of these 1 through 50s, or 50, or 1 through 40, or 1 through 30s, but I'd like to do more of them. And before you know it, I'm going to have all these BO1 and 2 maps done, and then what? Because BO3 and 4 are just not as fun. But I hope you guys enjoy. Take care.